Let's just get this out of the way. Homemaking is not oppression. It never has been. And it's honestly wild that we're even pretending otherwise. Somewhere along the line, women were told that keeping a home was small, that it was meaningless, that it was something we needed to be rescued from. Like we were all just sitting around dusting baseboards waiting for liberation to knock on the door. Yeah, no. That story doesn't line up with history, and it doesn't line up with reality. And it definitely doesn't line up with the women who are actually running households every single day. So today, we're going to talk about what modern feminism got wrong about homemaking and why the home still matters more than anyone wants to admit. And fair warning, once you hear this, you're going to start noticing how upside down this whole conversation really is. Here's how the story usually goes. Modern feminism says homemaking is something you escape, that it's outdated, unambitious, a waste of a woman's life. And if you choose it on purpose, well, clearly you've been brainwashed or oppressed, or you just don't know your worth yet. Because they always frame it as a temporary failure, something you do until you wake up and do something real. But here's what they won't say out loud. They don't actually hate oppression. They hate anything that doesn't give them status points. And that brings us to the real mistake underneath all of this. This right here is where the whole argument falls apart. They confused value with visibility. If you don't get a paycheck for it, if nobody claps, if there's no title or LinkedIn post, well, clearly it doesn't count to them. But homemaking happens quietly, inside walls, with no applause, no likes and clicks, no quarterly bonuses. But let me tell y'all something Gen X learned the hard way. Just because something is quiet doesn't mean it's weak. Nobody celebrates the foundation of a house. But take it away and see how long the rest of it lasts. And every civilization before ours understood that perfectly. This idea that homemaking is insignificant, that's new. Like brand new. Ancient cultures didn't roll their eyes at the home, they centered it. In Greece, you had the goddess Hestia. In Rome, the goddess Vesta. Goddesses of the hearth, not goddesses of spreadsheets, not goddesses of hustle culture, goddesses of the hearth. Because the hearth meant food, warmth, order, continuity, life, values, growth, sanctuary, security, belonging, love. They didn't honor the home because women were weak. They honored it because civilization fall apart without it. So how did we get so confused? This mess really picked up speed with industrialization. Before factories, work, and home were connected, people produced, taught, cooked, healed, and raised children all in the same place. Then work left the home, money left the home, and suddenly value followed the paycheck. If it paid, it mattered. If it didn't, it disappeared, except it didn't actually disappear. It just stopped being respected. It stopped being counted. Homes still needed to run. Kids still needed raising. Meals still needed cooking. Life still needed managing. And the work stayed, but the credit left. The honor left. And women picked up the tab. Now, homemaking isn't just mopping floors and making dinner. It's mental labor. Remembering everything. Planning everything. Noticing everything before it becomes the problem. It's emotional labor, managing moods, teaching empathy, creating peace when the world's gone feral. And it's spiritual labor, setting the tone, holding the line, instilling morals and values, being the calm place people land. If you had to hire this all out, it would cost a fortune, but because it's done out of love, people act like it's nothing. And when you dismiss the home, you don't just hurt women, you destabilize everything. Families are the first culture a child ever knows, the first authority, the first classroom. Strong homes create functional and productive adults that can regulate themselves. Weak homes outsource everything to schools, to systems, to the government. I mean, come on now. When was the last time you heard of the government doing anything right? Everything they touch just gets worse. So why on earth do we want them in our homes and families? And no government program will ever replace a present parent. No ideology can ever replace daily formation. You don't fix society from the top down. You build it from the kitchen table up. which makes this next part real uncomfortable for modern feminism. We hear this word all the time, choice. But notice something. If a woman chooses the corporate ladder, standing ovation. If she chooses to center her home, concerned looks. That old side eye. You hear? Well, don't you want more? That's not freedom. That's a hierarchy pretending to be empowerment. Real choice means respecting decisions you wouldn't make yourself. And no, this isn't about forcing anyone into anything. Valuing homemaking does not mean every woman has to do it. And let's be honest, not every woman can do it. Some just aren't capable of it. Some women aren't meant for home and family. Their gifts and skills lay outside the home. Valuing homemaking also doesn't mean doing it perfectly all the time. It means we stop pretending that it's worthless. It means we stop shaming women who choose it. It means we acknowledge reality for a change. You can value careers and homes. You can support ambition and domestic devotion. A healthy society needs both. And none of this looks like Instagram. Homemaking isn't spotless counters and sourdough starters. Well, unless that's your thing. It's repetition. It's a mess that comes back day after day. It's laundry that never ends. It's teaching the same lesson again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next, until the lesson is learned. It's choosing patience when no one's watching, and showing up when all you want to do is stay in bed binge watching a TV show. If that sounds easy to someone, well, they've never done it well, and that's where real influence lives. The hand that rocks the cradle rules the world, not through power, but through formation. The values taught at home shape the people who run everything else. And you don't need a platform to matter. You need presence. And let's not forget that the strongest women in the world are the queens of their castles, and they earn and deserve all the honor that goes along with being a queen. So no, homemaking is not beneath women. It's demanding, it's formative, it's civilizational. Strong homes build strong families, and strong families build strong societies. And every culture that forgets that lesson, well, they eventually learn the hard way. I mean, look around. Does our society look strong to you? To me, it looks fractured. Nothing works. The systems are all broken. Families are broken. That's because the foundation of our society has been weakened. Our homes and families have been under attack. We need strong homemakers shoring up our foundations, filling in the cracks. We need elders to start teaching the homemaking skills and knowledge that was lost to so many of us. This is how we make the world a better place. We start at the foundation. We start in the home. If this spoke to you, you're not alone, not even close. And if you've ever been made to feel small for valuing your home, just know this: you're doing work that matters. You are doing the most important work there is. All right, y'all, that's it for today. If this video was helpful, go ahead and give it a like. It helps this channel reach the folks who need it. And if keeping home feels like your kind of place, I'd love for you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Remember, you don't need to do everything. You just need to tend what's been given to you. Take care of your home. Take care of your people. And don't forget to take care of yourself too. Stay safe and be well, and I'll see you next time here at Keeping Home.